Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dare Die team. I'm Peter.
And I'm Rick, and today we're reviewing the film Red Notice, starring people who are rich.
They are very rich. Probably more rich after making this movie.
Yep. This was a Netflix film. I think it was actually originally intended to be released in cinemas. I think Universal Studios had the rights to it, and then Netflix bought it. And I'm not saying I didn't dislike the film. It was okay, but it just seemed like a vanity project, pretty much for the three of them.
It's pretty generic and safe type. It's like they typed in heist movie, buddy movie, and into like a movie generator app, and the script printed out.
And then, with through one-liners thrown in there, and bang, you've got.
There's probably like a database of smart remarks from Ryan Reynolds somewhere that they just put the Reynolds bot printed out some one-liners.
It's just like, okay, this is the scenario. What's the one-liner? Like I said, I didn't mind it. It was kind of, it was entertaining for the whatever runtime it was. I didn't even notice. But it just sort of follows this trend of Ryan Reynolds starring in Netflix movies. Because I was thinking about all these movies. So I don't know if all of them are Netflix, but you've got the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife. No, Hitman's Bodyguard, Hitman's wife's bodyguard, Free Guy.
I think they came out at the movies.
I don't think they might have. Yeah,
Free Guy was Disney, wasn't it? I think Free Guy was Disney.
Stop shooting down my Netflix argument.
Sorry.
We do love you, Netflix, though. We love you, Netflix and Disney. There was Free Guy, Six Underground was another one, Safe House with Denzel Washington. There just seems to have been a lot of Ryan Reynolds vehicle movies where Ryan Reynolds plays Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of Ryan Reynolds, and I think it's mainly that is because he's just playing the same frat boy shtick sort of one-liner smart aleck character in every movie. Like he's Deadpool. Like he's been Deadpool before he was Deadpool. Like he just plays toned down versions of Deadpool when he's not in an R-rated movie. And
except for the original version of his Deadpool where he had his mouth sewn shut.
Maybe that was a good idea for some people.
And I know he has his
accurate. I know he has his fans. He has a following. I'm just not.
I like him.
Big on him.
He's quite funny.
Yeah,
I like him.
But as soon as he in this, he doesn't speak for a while. There's like an action sort of sequence with a parkour thing, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe they're going to do something different. And as soon as he opens his mouth, and then you have The Rock, who I quite like. The Rock, he's got a nice presence, but he's not someone with a lot of range. He's not someone with a lot of range, and he again does not play any other characters than the character he's playing in this. Just slight variations.
I think all three of them really. They're just. So to me, it really was to me a vanity movie, or if not that, it was just a chance to let's work together and waste someone else's money and go around these exotic locations around the world.
I sort of think, it's like, Ryan Reynolds is in popular movies that make money. The Rock's in some popular movies that make money. Gal Gadot's in the DC movies; they make money. How are we going to make money? We'll put them together, maybe. I don't know. And Gal Gadot is another one who really looks the part. But I don't rate her as an actress at all. I mourn for all these talented actresses that are waiting tables and tending bars who have a lot more talent than she does, but aren't getting any roles because they must just sit there and shake their head.
She's Wonder Woman.
Hey, she's Wonder Woman,
she's Wonder Woman. She can do anything. So
she can't deliver lines.
I don't care. I'm not looking at her lines.
Not convincingly, but she can't. Like she sounds like she's learnt her lines phonetically. She sounds like someone that's aware of the English language, but isn't quite sure how to use it. Like all her lines.
I've seen the apartment, and it's really nice.
It's just really poor. I've been watching the latest season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, I used to love that.
and Larry David is making a show, and he's being blackmailed to put this man's daughter in the show, and she cannot act.
Am I normal?
My mother thinks you're mental.
Really?
Yes. She told me.
Why are you telling me?
Well, why not?
Yeah.
And it just reminds me of Gal Gadot. I'm sure she's a lovely person. That's not a slight against her, but I just don't think she's much of an actress.
Again, I'm not. I'm looking at the picture behind you. I'm not thinking of her as an actress. So I'm happy.
But did you buy her as a master criminal, a master jewel thief?
Yes, if that's what she needed me to believe, that's what I believed.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you there because I just didn't buy her at all.
I think she was as convincing as Denise Richards in the as some sort of nuclear scientist in James Bond.
That comment speaks volumes. The other thing about this movie is that it's $200 million budget. So was that like 150 to the three main leads and $50 million on the rest of it?
Yeah, I reckon it was. It was. I think I saw when I was doing a little bit of research that there's comments attributed to Ryan Reynolds about how we wasted Netflix's money doing this film. Just like,
really?
Shut up, bring it in. We're going to do this and this.
I just wondered, because there's an obvious set at the end of the film when they're coming out of water onto the shore. There's like sand, and it just looks like they've just thrown some sand down in a studio and shoved some palm trees around it.
That's when the money ran out.
There, probably.
we need to do the finishing shot. Come on, what are we going to do?
And that meanwhile, the three leads are like using $50 bills as serviettes at lunchtime,
just lighting their cigarettes.
And everybody's just like the story's just a heist movie basically that you've seen 100 times before. It's a buddy. It's not a buddy cop, but a buddy movie that you've seen 100 times before. And everybody's just so clever. Like it's one of those movies where everybody knows exactly what to do and they're 10 steps ahead of the other person.
Yeah. Don't think about the plot at all, because if you sit there and think about it, it works well as a movie with, there's a double cross, a triple cross, a triple cross, we're going back. And it's entertaining in the movie, but if you sit down and think about the plot, you go, well, that's just stupid.
It's a leave your brain. It's a leave your brain at the door. Sit down. You could put it on in the background while you're doing your washing up or wrapping your Christmas presents, which is what I was doing when I was watching it. It's nothing that requires thinking. And there's a lot of people that will like that. And that's not a put down. Some people just want to put something on and just shut their brains off. And it's familiar because it's three people you've seen in lots of things before and they're doing the same old stuff that they always do. So maybe that's an enjoyment factor, like a comfort movie, I guess.
It is. It's like, I don't think it makes itself out to be anything more special than come watch us, have a good time on screen, and maybe you'll have
one
a
of
good
the
time as
later
well.
Ocean's 11 movies where it's like they just showed up with a camera, I reckon, and got all their friends around.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I did see. That's the one thing, because I thought this was a Ryan Reynolds vanity piece. Because, like I said earlier, all these movies he seems to be like popping up in at the moment that aren't released direct to cinema. But then I noticed that The Rock was one of the producers. So I think maybe this was his. This maybe.
Well, the director is Rawson Marshall Thurber, and he made Skyscraper and Central Intelligence with The Rock, so they obviously work together a bit. They obviously enjoy working together.
It just
wouldn't it be
feels
great? At one point I thought, wouldn't it be great? Like The Rock's got his brand. He's sort of like I think it was called The Rundown. It was called Welcome to the Jungle in America, but I think it was called The Rundown in Australia. It was like a rock movie. There was a scene where he walked past Arnold Schwarzenegger in a bar, and it was sort of like a passing of the torch. But I think The Rock skipped straight to the twins Arnold Schwarzenegger and the family comedy Arnold Schwarzenegger. He never had that sort of Total Recall or Terminator phase.
Or Commando, where he's just walking.
So I think The Rock's brand is sort of family friendly, but like, imagine if he just turned around the movie like this and he was a real evil SOB, and that would have been interesting.
He was.
It would have been
He's
different.
played that. He played that in Get Smart. I've never really seen The Rock as a leading man. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be the leading man in this one, but I don't think he can carry the film. I really liked him in Jumanji. I liked him in Get Smart. Like, he's got that kind of, if he's kind of the second player,
yeah,
he's all right.
He doesn't have to carry it.
Yeah, he does. I don't think he just hasn't that. He doesn't have enough to carry it. This is a movie with three people basically playing their screen personas.
Yeah, they are.
And it's not. You don't have to think about it. And I know people like to be challenged in movies or be made to think, but sometimes it's nice just to sit down and go, you know what, Friday night, I'm having a couple of beers and I'm going to sit down and just switch off for a bit.
And it is exactly what you'd expect it to be. Like, there's no surprises. Did you pick up the bit where Ryan Reynolds was whistling the Raiders of the Lost Ark theme?
Oh, yeah. There's all little... Ryan likes to do lots of little things. I think he did similar little things in Free Guy as well, where there's a bit of Avengers and Star Wars music playing when he was doing stuff. So he doesn't.
It's always a bit dangerous to reference much better movies, though. They've got like the end bit where they're in like the Raiders of the Lost Ark bit, and they're driving these vehicles that have been underground for God knows how long, and they're all working. And I thought, they're basically killing cops who are just doing their job. Indiana Jones is killing Nazis and evil people, and they're actually like, these poor cops are just doing their job and getting blown up. Like, that's not really a good thing. And we can't finish talking about this movie without mentioning a glorified cameo, which was probably the worst cameo since Ed Sheeran was in Game of Thrones.
You know what? This is how forgettable some of this film is. I'd forgotten about that one too. It was... that.
So would you recommend Red Notice, Rick?
I would. It's a puff piece. If you enjoy those three... if you enjoy those three leads, you're not going to get anything more than you expect. You're not going to get anything less than you expect. It's a bit of fun. That's
true. I wouldn't rush out and watch it again, but I've watched it. It was fine. I think they wanted to do another one, and it's done very well on Netflix, so there probably will be. The ending sets up for a sequel.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm guessing that we're going to see these three characters again.
But you're right, though. They are characters. You might as well just name them Ryan, Dwayne,
you might
Gal.
Ryan. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ryan, have you got anything clever and witty referring to pop culture to say? Stand there and look tough. Okay. Gal.
Ryan the
there.
art thief there. Ryan the magnificent art thief doesn't quite... No, Ryan, no, doesn't work.
Well, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like it. You can write a comment in the comment section, and it would really help our channel if you subscribe to us. Thank you a lot.
Yep, thanks for listening to us just rant like two old men.
I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
We'll see you next time.